We're out here at Tract 13 at Wild Turkey Hollow. Looking south on the county road, that's Tract 13 on the right. And I'll get a shot to the north here. I've got the sun setting right in the way. So looking north, Tract 13 on the left. Big pine trees on Tract 13, wow. Heard an animal back there. And that could well be a turkey. This place is aptly named. All kinds of wild turkey out here. Here's a little trail or some deal. I don't know what that's about, but I'll check it out. Where we are here, kind of at the south side of the road frontage, it looks like you could basically pull on in a pickup truck, maybe take a shovel and smooth out some of these gravel piles, but you could basically pull right on. And with a little chainsaw and a weed whacker, you could create a pretty good driveway and a turnaround site in probably just an afternoon or two. It really doesn't take that long once you get into it. If you've watched the drone video for Tract 13, you've seen that it has a ton of good mature timber on it. Now this actually looks like some type of dry creek bed. So this would be a wet weather creek, probably just flows after a rainstorm. But I'll walk to the west for just a little bit here before the sun sets. Wild and woolly property. I mean, these are great out here. This stays fairly level, and I can see as it continues to the west, it starts to rise up. I don't have the topo map with me, but basically level off the better part of the county road. And then once you get back in here to the west, a couple hundred feet, it begins to rise up. And that's when you get into the, I guess what I would call the better timber. So now we're back a couple hundred feet. And actually this is more of a small hill. It looks like it goes up and levels off. Oh, now we're talking big pine trees. I love those. We'll head up to the west. We'll have a look here. I'll keep this somewhat short because I'm losing my daylight. Oh, there goes a deer. I don't know if I got her on camera or not. So that's the point of the video where I like to say, hey, there's a lot of wildlife out here. And I've got proof. Oh, I've got some big pine trees in my sights here. This is better than expected. Tract 13 is turning out quite nicely. Oh, this is great. Up by where that deer was, we've got some big hardwoods. And you're welcome to put your site where you see fit, but this is really beautiful just right here. We're up nice and high, it's level. Just a short driveway would take you up here. We haven't done any kinds of roads or driveways on this property. We elected to sell it just as it is and keep the price as low as possible. It's about a 16-inch pine. 16-inch diameter, and there's a bigger one over here. So you can choose your own driveway, choose your own building site. If you want to be super private, you can just keep on going to the west It's a gradual slope upwards and then it levels out. I mean, we're talking prime building sites. Look at this bad boy. He's 18 inches. Very nice. When I see the big, valuable, mature timber, I like to mention that once the property's been paid for in full, you can log it, you can sell it, you can use it to build your own cabin. But before it's been paid for, the property's been paid for in full, you cannot cut or sell the timber that's over 8 inches in stump diameter. Now we do make written exceptions if you're clearing a trail or clearing a building site, because obviously in the name of progress, sometimes that mature timber has to go. But once you've got the property paid for in full, I mean, we have people whose main plan is to pay down their property and then plan that timber sale to coincide with their child going to college or, you know, other life events. Because these trees just keep on growing. We've got mature marketable timber on here now, and I mean, most of our contracts are 15 years. A lot of people pay extra and knock them out in about 10 years or 5. But if you ran this out to 15 years, these trees are only going up in value for the most part. Now it got dark on me. I wish I could spend more time on this. This was much nicer than I expected. I did not expect to find this big mature timber right off the bat. Come on and take a look at this one at Tract 13. This was a pleasant surprise on this property. We're 5 miles out of Birch Tree, Missouri, which has a little gas station and a bank and odds and ends. And then from Birch Tree, you're only about 5 minutes or so out of Mountain View, Missouri. And Mountain View has the Walmart and lumber yard and more restaurants and stores and all that stuff. Very close to the Mark Twain National Forest, very close in fact. Very close to numerous rivers, Jack's Fork River, all types of creeks. Just a recreational paradise. Why does my video look so funky? I'm gonna tap it. Wow. I don't know what I did. And here's a deer trail right here that we're following back to the road. That is really cool. I love pleasant surprises. You know, I should have been tipped off by the huge mature pine directly on the east side here that there'd be some good timber. Really nice. That's Tract 13 at Turkey Hollow.